Hello everyone, and welcome back to STEINS. I'm G, and we have been looking for the IBN 5100 for some time now, and we've come across a few different people while we've been doing so. But now, hopefully in this episode, we'll actually be able to find one. So let's get started. After parting with Shining Finger, I go to a nearby PC store to talk to an employee I happen to know. But naturally, he doesn't know where to find an IBN 5100 either. Apparently, it was easier to find retro PCs 10 years ago, back when there were more underground niche stores. Now those stores are all but vanished, driven out by stricter regulations and the inexorable spread of moe culture. So I can't really say it's Moeka's fault that she's not useful. After all, I'm stumped too, and this is only my second day searching. Hunting for an IBN 5100 on an internet auction site is starting to look more appealing than confining my search to Akiba. But again, that would take time and money. That reminds me, Mayuri called me before I met with Shining Finger. It's rare for the absent-minded Mayuri to be the one to contact me. I'm usually the one to contact her. I wonder what she wanted. God damn it, don't remind me that I missed her call. I already feel bad about it. Should I try calling her back? But where could she be now? She's not at work, is she? If she is, then I probably won't be able to get a hold of her. Let's contact her, not by phone, but by email. Did you call me? If you need me, call again or send an email. I send an email and get a reply in a matter of minutes. Mayuri! Daru-kun says to call him! Oh my god, that is not Mayuri's voice. Every time I just have to refigure out Mayuri's voice. Maybe I should just change where I'm coming from with it. But the problem is, there's a lot of female characters in this, and my higher registers only go so far. Daru-kun says to call him! I sent an email. Oh wait, I already said that I send an email and get a reply in a matter of minutes. That's it? Call Daru? What does this mean? I guess there's no choice. I'll call Daru. What's up? It's me. Report the situation. Okay. You're the one who talks like that. Did you hear from Mayushi? No, she didn't tell me anything. Well, I'm at May Queen right now. Mayushi did some investigating. Sounds like Ferris Town knows about the IBN 5100. What? Ferris? Don't tell me that Catgirl and the IBN 5100 are connected somehow. I can't even imagine how they could be. I understand your confusion, but apparently there are a lot of retro PCs in her home. That's some unexpected good news. The tables have turned, and now I'm close to my goal. This too is the choice of STEINS. I don't get you. So, is Ferris there? Of course. Today's the Ferris Cup. Ferris Cup? What's that? I think I remember hearing about it, but I never really paid it any attention. When I showed Ferris Town an image of the IBN 5100, she said she donated a similar PC to a shrine 10 years ago. Don't know if it's the one we want, though. She donated it to a shrine? That's an unexpected combination. PCs and shrines, consumer electronics, and ancient Shinto rituals. They're not even tangentially related. Which shrine? Didn't ask. My bad. Whatever. It's a lead. The only shrines in Akiba are Kanda Myojin and Yanabayashi Shrine. I don't know if Ferris was living in Akiba at the time, but at least it's a start. Well, I'm hanging up. The Ferris Cup is about to begin. I see. Daru, I'm sure you can do it. Be sure to win. Leave it to me. What the hell is a Ferris Cup anyways? No, more importantly, the shrine. Kanda Myojin is the larger and more popular shrine, so 9 out of 10 people would choose to donate something there. But when I inquire at the shrine office, nobody knows anything about an old computer. That leaves Yanabayashi Shrine. It's probably not there either, but I have to try. Okay, I'm definitely answering this one. Who is this? ... What? All I can hear is noise. Wrong number? No, maybe. You're from the organization, aren't you? Is this a warning? You're telling me to stop getting involved with CERN? Huh? It's a woman's voice. And she clearly doesn't understand what I'm talking about. You're not from the organization? No. Oh, it's Makise. No, it's Makise. Makise? Who? I think I remember this voice from somewhere. Sorry, but I don't remember. Tell me where we met. Paris? Or London? Perhaps. Akihabara, we saw each other yesterday, remember? Yesterday? Makise, Makise. Oh, my assistant. Not your assistant, Makise Kurisu. If you don't say Christina, then I have no way of knowing it's you. I'm not Christina either. How many times do I have to tell you? You never stop complaining, do you? Whose fault is that? Whose? Wait a minute. How do you know my phone number? Something's not right here. It's not like Kurisu's free of suspicion. She could still be a spy. Hashida-san told me. Oh, that's boring. So, what is it, assistant? I said I'm not your assistant. Ah, what's the point? Where are you now? I'm headed to Yanabayashi Shrine. Ah, okay. Bye then. Huh? What? What was that? Is she messing with me? She's messing with me! How dare my assistant treat me like this? I shall scold her most harshly the next time we meet. She thinks she's all that just because she was published in a major journal. Your accomplishments mean nothing to me. What are you talking about? When I arrive at Yanabayashi Shrine, I find my assistant waiting there for some reason. She glares at me with her usual frown. What was that phone call about? I just wanted to ask you where you were, and since you said you were coming here, I came. Nobody asked you to come. And yet, here I am. Why is she always in such a bad mood? Why did you come to see me? Not because I wanted to or anything. Don't get me wrong. She just keeps those abusive words coming. I can't stop thinking about what you said yesterday. What I said? About the IBN 5100 and CERN. Of course. You're working for CERN, not the organization. You're here to kill me, aren't you? That's what I thought. You have the face of a killer. What's wrong with my face? How rude. Can you calm down a bit? You're always screwing around. I can't believe you're older than me. Calm down? You don't understand what it's like to live on the run, never knowing when the next assassin will strike. All I'm hearing is gibberish. You come here to pick a fight? I just want to know how the IBN 5100 and CERN are related. Don't you mean you're interested in CERN's time machine research? Be honest with yourself. Shut up! I'm not interested in time machines at all. More importantly, did you find an IBN 5100? That's why I'm here. Kurisu looks up at Yanabayashi Shrine's small archway. A shrine? Correct. Then, with perfect timing, a beautiful girl, or boy, dressed in Miko garb appears from the nearby shrine office, holding a bamboo broom. Luka! Ah, Oka, Kyoma-san, hello. I really don't remember Ruka's voice. I hope I'm getting it right. Rukako, why don't you have it? Oh, why don't you have it? Ah, I understand what he was trying to say now.
Huh? Are you talking about Demon Sword Samadare?
I thought I told you to carry it at all times.
I'm sorry, but it gets in the way when I'm cleaning, so...
What if they attack while you're cleaning? Nobody's going to come to your rescue, you know.
That's true. I'll be more careful from now on. Hey, what are you two talking about?
Rukako finally notices Kurisu and gives me a puzzled look.
Who might this be?
My assistant.
No! What kind of introduction is that?
I'm only telling the truth, Christina.
You're not Japanese? I am Japanese.
Man, trying to switch between their voices is an adventure. Anyway, Rukako, I need to talk to your father about...
Wait, introduce me properly.
You want to be introduced? Properly?
It's unnatural not to be introduced in this situation.
I didn't come here to introduce you to Rukako.
An introduction wouldn't take more than 10 seconds. What's wrong with you? Please don't fight.
Rukako's flustered. Looks like he thinks we're fighting. This is Makise Kurisu, my assistant.
Yeah, whatever. Assistant, whatever. Nice to meet you, Makise-san. I'm Urushibara Ruka. Nice to meet you too. How old are you? 17 this year. A year younger than me. Oh, really? Makise-san, you're so grown up. I can't believe we're only a year apart.
That means you look old. She glares at me.
No, that's not what I mean, you're very beautiful. Thanks, I think you're very cute.
But he's a guy. I probably shouldn't tell her that. The shock from learning the truth might be enough to make her go back to America. You're introduced. Happy? Can we move on now?
You are such a jerk.
Anyway, Rukako, I require an audience with your father. Can you make it happen?
Yeah, sure. But why do you need to talk to my dad?
It's a grave matter that concerns the future of mankind.
The future of mankind? I'll go get him.
Rukako races into the shrine office. He believes just about everything I say. He's really easy to deal with, unlike my rebellious assistant.
Achoo! Oh no, did I catch a cold?
Kurisu's sniffling should keep her too occupied to scold me for a while. Rukako's father soon appears. Rukako is pretty flustered. He's practically dragging his father behind him.
Hurry, Dad, hurry!
Slow down a little. If you rush me, I'm going to fall.
But the future of mankind is at stake.
Oh, well, that's certainly serious. I've met Rukako's father several times before. He's a gentle, respectable adult, with the exception of how he raised Rukako. Apparently, the reason Rukako wears Miko garb is because his father requested it. Maybe his dad's a pervert. No, it's not like I mean to mock the Shinto priesthood or anything like that. Ah, Hoengun. It's been a while. Thank you for always taking care of Ruka. The honor is mine.
His name isn't Hoenn, it's Okabe.
Oh, really? You there, assistant! Stop making things complicated.
I'm just telling the truth.
What did she come here for? Luka told me his name was Hoenn. Maybe Luka was just playing a trick on me.
That's not it, Dad. Okabe-san is his real name, and Hoenn is,
I am Hoenn.
Okabe Rintaro is the name your parents gave you, right? Are you denying that?
Just be quiet, zombie.
Who's a zombie?
It's great that you all get along. Ruka's dad looks at Kurisu. Are you one of Ruka's friends too? Please get along with Ruka from now on too.
I'm...
As you can see, this child of mine is so delicate.
Come on, Dad.
Kurisu looks like she's going to cry for some reason. What's wrong? Is she upset that Uka's father assumes she's a friend? ... Kurisu notices my stare and quickly turns away. So, Hoenn-kun, did you need me for something? That's right, this is no time for idle chatter. This meeting will shape the course of Ragnarok. The future of mankind is, well, whatever. I'm a mad scientist, not some sort of hero. I explained to Rukako's father how I need the IBM 5100. And then I asked him if that retro PC was donated to Yanabayashi Shrine. Of course, I don't disclose any classified information like how we plan to hack CERN, or how this is all related to time machine research. I don't know if donated is the right word to use. But an old computer was entrusted to this shrine about 9 years ago. Eh? No way. Really? That's it. That has to be it. Please wait here. I'll go get it. Rukako's father comes back in about 10 minutes. His face is bright red, and he's carrying a large cardboard box. His gait is fairly unsteady. I wonder if he'll be okay. Whew. It was hard to dig out. I think this is what you're looking for. Ruka's dad places the box on the ground and takes a deep breath as he rubs his back. Was it that heavy? I thank him and take a look inside. An IBM 5100! Inside is a simple computer with an integrated monitor. The monitor is only about as big as a GPS screen. I compare it to the IBM 5100 image I got from Shining Finger. They look very similar.
Look at this.
Rukako points to the logo between the tape drive and the monitor. It says IBM 5100 portable computer. Finally, I have solved Akiba's urban legend. This is the Phantom PC of Akihabara. It's in excellent condition. There's only a thin layer of dust on it. But it looks like we'll need to plug it in to see if it works. Now the problem is whether Lukako's father will lend it to me. Urushibarushi, I'll be blunt. May I borrow this computer? Sure. Seriously? Is it okay for a priest to just lend property out like that? Items which were donated to the shrine? I've never heard of anything like that. That's why I was expecting him to refuse. When this was entrusted to us, the owner said this. If a young man ever appears and says that he needs this computer no matter what, please lend it to him with my blessings. I didn't think it would actually happen. To be honest, I'd forgotten about it entirely until you reminded me. I'm happy to lend it to you, Hoenn-kun, but please be sure to return it when you're done, okay? Of course, thank you. I bow deeply, but in my heart I'm grinning like a madman. I can't stop laughing. Things are going better than I anticipated. It's almost like everything's being handed to me on a silver platter. Now CERN's secrets will be laid bare. We can expose their wicked research and possibly even gather hints on the creation of a time machine. And then I can complete the first time machine in human history. Now I have to get the IBM 5100 back to the lab. But unfortunately, I don't have a car to transport it. In fact, I don't even have a license. Same goes for my assistant. Can't Americans start driving at 16? How come you don't have a license?
What? Something wrong with that? I spend all my time doing research.
You're wasting your youth.
I thought so too until I met you. Now I realize I'm doing just fine.
Touché.
No fighting, please.
Rukako is flustered again. You're a lifesaver, Rukako. Thank your father again for me. Ruka's dad has already returned to the shrine office. Rukako nods.
Your father is a lovely man. Eh?
Rukako and I freeze at my assistant's nonchalant words.
My father is married. Adultery is bad. Huh?
I see, assistant. So you like older men.
Hey, wait! Don't misunderstand, you two. That's not what I meant. I won't give up my father. But please, don't cry. I just meant I was jealous of how well you get along with your father, that's all. Of course. I'm sorry for the weird misunderstanding. That was so rude of me. Don't cry. We've resolved the misunderstanding, so it's all okay.
But in the depths of your heart lie feelings for Ruka's dad.
Die.
Christina turns away. I decide to leave it at that. Angering her any further could lead to violence. Rukako, don't forget your practice swings with Samadare.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Sai Kongli.
It's Kongru. Don't forget it.
I'm sorry. Hey, what kind of lowlife teases a girl?
I wouldn't know. Rukako is a guy. I ignore Christina and lift up the box with the IBM 5100 inside.
Yeah, it's heavy.
I can barely get it off the ground. I put it down for now. Now I know why Ruka's dad was red in the face when he brought this thing in.
Is it that heavy? Pathetic. It's only as big as a CRT monitor.
Then why don't you try carrying it? Then you'll understand. Kurisu sighs, grabs both ends of the cardboard box, and lifts.
Ugh.
She strains with all her might, but gives up without lifting it even a centimeter.
It's really heavy.
She blushes slightly, but still maintains her usual frown. My assistant seems to have a strong competitive spirit.
This thing's got to weigh like 30 kilos. Maybe we should have borrowed a pushcart. Urishibara-san, is there one in the shrine? There is one, but actually it's broken. I'm sorry. Oh, is there some other place we could borrow?
No, we don't need a pushcart.
Then how are you going to bring it back? It takes about 10 minutes to walk to your rundown lab from here.
It may be too heavy for one person, but it's a different story for two. You and I just need to carry it together. Why else do you think I made you my assistant?
So that's why. Well, if we carry it together, we might be able to manage, but I refuse.
Huh?
I said no.
I'm pretty sure you said, but I refuse.
Shut up. I said no.
But I refuse is a famous manga quote. Could Kurisu be an @channeler?
The whole reason you made me a lab mem was to borrow my knowledge. From this, it is elementary to derive the following. I won't do physical labor.
I see. Then I guess I have no choice. I'll do my best to carry it, but... I glance at Rukako. He twitches when he notices my look, then timidly raises his hand with tears in his eyes.
Then I will... Eh? You're going to help? Will you be okay? Yes, I'll do my best.
No, Rukako. I shouldn't make you help me. I can manage by myself.
But we're friends, Okabe-san. I want to help you.
No, I'll do it myself.
I'll help you. Then, me too.
Please, go ahead.
What?
Don't you know, Christina? This is what you call a Japanese gag.
You sneaky.
Thanks for the backup, Rukako. Now that that's settled, my assistant will help me carry the computer, so you don't have to help. Thanks for the offer.
Okay. If that's how it is, then...
Now, assistant, since you have volunteered, I won't let you refuse. Grab hold and heave.
Fine.
Kurisu and I lift up the cardboard box. The burden's considerably easier when distributed between two people.
Why do we have to be face to face?
We're positioned so that we're looking at each other. But there's no other way to hold it, so what can you do? Let's just go. I start to walk out of the shrine.
Hey, stop! I said stop!
You're a noisy one.
Don't walk forwards, then I have to walk backwards. Let's walk sideways.
Whatever. Get moving, assistant.
Hey, listen, please. Just listen! I can't walk backwards.
Of course you can. You're my assistant.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I can't. I'm asking you to go sideways. No, I'm telling you to go sideways. Sideways! I'm going to fall!
It's dark by the time we get to the lab. It's normally less than a 15-minute walk, but since Kurisu kept begging to take breaks, it ended up taking twice as long.
We finally made it. I'm exhausted.
If you didn't complain so much about every little thing, we would have gotten here sooner.
Right back at you. You stopped to take a break at least 5 times along the way.
That's because I wasn't feeling well.
Are you okay?
It's just, occasionally my right arm aches, and when it does, dark destructive impulses overcome my soul.
Shut up or I'll tear the peripheral nerves out of that arm.
Holy crap, there's something wrong with this girl. Rip out my nerves? That's like something from last year's New Gen Incidents. Ah, that's from Chaos Head. I always get confused as to which one's the first one, but I think Chaos Head. Okay, shut up. Let's bring the IBN 5100 into the lab. The final barrier awaits. We have to ascend this rickety building's narrow staircase.
Shouldn't you get your friends to help?
You're right. I check the window. The lab lights are on. Huh? Part-time warrior comes out of the Brown 2 workshop with perfect timing.
If it isn't Okaberi and Taro, what you got there?
You want to know? Then I'll tell you.
Wait, if you're just going to stand and talk, shouldn't we put the box down first?
Yeah, actually, wait, this will only take a second.
Well, what is it?
What if I told you it's an IBN 5100?
No way! You found it? Wow, way to go, Okaberi and Taro.
I wish she'd stop calling me by my full name. If she's going to do that, she should at least call me Hoin Kyoma.
Where was it? It's heavy!
Kurisu starts giving in. I'm about at my limit, too. Let's put it down. Kurisu and I place it on the ground gently, so as to not damage the contents.
So, where was it?
Yanabayashi Shrine.
Yanabayashi Shrine? You mean like a Shinto shrine?
Yeah.
Why was it there?
Then suddenly, Suzuha looks at Kurisu.
Ah!
She gasps, then approaches Kurisu until they're close enough to feel each other's breath.
Yes? Makise Kurisu? Yes?
For some reason, she stares at Kurisu with frightful intensity. Kurisu narrows her eyes in opposition. What's going on here? I can't move a muscle. The air's so thick with tension.
What is it? Have I done something wrong?
Suzuha turns away and without looking back disappears into the brown tube workshop.
Who was that?
Now Kurisu demands answers from me. She works part-time at that store.
Why was she glaring at me?
How should I know? Did you do something to make her angry?
I've never seen her before in my life. How rude.
Kurisu picked a fight with me the first time we met too, but that was a hallucination, so I don't say anything. I get Daru and Mayuri to come down and help us, and the four of us carry the IBN 5100 upstairs. Good work, everyone! With this, we can fight!
Who are you fighting?
CERN and the system that rules the world.
If that's what makes you happy...
Happy? I do not desire happiness. Have you forgotten? I am an insane mad scientist. What I desire is chaos. The time machine exists to bring chaos to the world.
Never mind happiness. You're like a chunky hyper-secreting beta endorphins. Oh, Karin, I don't want you doing bad things, remember?
But wow, I can't believe you found one. You make the impossible look easy. That's why we love you. That's why we
I certainly don't admire him.
Eh? Eh?
Eh?
For a moment, there is complete silence.
It's all thanks to Mayushi.
Mayuri, oblivious as always, puffs out her chest with pride. But I don't miss Kurisu's relieved sigh. She keeps dropping manga quotes. Does this mean what I think it means?
Without Mayushi's info, Okarin would still be lost on the streets of Akiba.
Mayuri's right. She did well this time.
Anyway, it's time for Mayushi to go home. What about you, Chris-chan? Want to go together? Thanks, but I'm gonna stay here a little longer.
Looks like Kurisu's interested in the IBN 5100 and CERN after all. That reminds me, I haven't filled her in yet.
Okay, but you should go home before it gets too late. See you tomorrow! Do-do-do!
Mayuri waves her hand as she leaves. Now then, Daru, when do you think we can use the IBN 5100 to hack CERN? Well... Daru talks as he plugs the IBN 5100's power adapter into the wall. He turns the machine on, and the power supply begins to make a turbulent noise. Wow, it actually turned on. First I need to learn how to use this thing. It looks like hooking it up is going to be a pain. It might take a while. I can't play with this thing and search for the server admin's ID at the same time. Alright, prioritize the ID search. If possible, I'd like you to get the IBN 5100 ready to use this month, though. There's still 30 days left this month. It's not going to take that long. That's my super hacker. Shining finger.
Got info? Have you found any leads yet? Nothing at all on my end. I've been to a lot of stores, but none of them had an IBN 5100 on display. Maybe I should have tried asking. Anyway, let me know if you found anything. Moeka.
Oh. Shit, I, passed that.
Hey, Okabe.
What? I look up. Kurisu's glaring at me. What did you just call me?
I called you Okabe.
You called me Okabe? I take one step towards Kurisu. And she takes a step back. Time out, time out! Daru tries to hold me back, but I shake him off and take a step closer. Kurisu doesn't step back this time. Without taking her eyes off me, she bites her lip hard and curls her hands into fists. Did you just call me Okabe?
I did. Problem? Yes, I'm younger than you, but you insist on calling me my ridiculous names like Christina and Zombie. So I don't think I need to show you any respect by adding son. And besides...
That's not the problem. I am not Okabe. I am Hoin Kyoma. How many times do I have to tell you, Christina?
God, you're so full of yourself.
From now on, call me Hoin. That or Kyoma.
No.
Kurisu snaps at me and turns away. Are those tears I see in her eyes? Are you crying?
I'm not crying. It's not like I was scared of you for a second there or anything. I definitely wasn't relieved when you started talking like an idiot again, okay?
She stalks over to the window and stares outside. I see her wipe away her eyes with the back of her hand. Just wipe her eyes. She doesn't wipe away her eyes. She continues to have eyes. Seems like she was crying after all. Daru, why is my assistant crying? She said so herself just now. All I did was correct her on my name. Maybe she only acts strong but is actually weak on the inside. That would be pretty moe, eh? God damn it, Daru. Well, whatever. Back to checking mail. But I'm thirsty from this hard day's work, so before that I take a fresh Dr. P out of the fridge.
Hey, aren't you going to tell me what's going on?
I toss the bottle to Kurisu once she turns around. Dr. People. Oh, good gracious.
Gah!
Kurisu tries to catch it, but it fails magnificently. She picks the bottle up off the floor, then shoots me a glare. I'll explain in a second. Drink that while you wait.
Gee, thanks.
I need to send a reply to Shining Finger. She ended up being no help at all, but I suppose I can't just say nothing. I got the goods. Over. I send as concise a message as possible. Now then. I turn back to Kurisu, but the reply comes before I can open my mouth. Turn around in less than 5 seconds. She must have her phone in hand 24/7. That's the only possible explanation. How does she keep that thing charged if she's literally on it 24/7? Good grief.
The goods? You found an IBN 5100? Gimme!
Moeka. Gimme? What nonsense is this? Sorry, but I'm not the owner. I can't just give it to you. I send that. Another instant reply. Gah.
Let me borrow it!
It's easy to imagine what will happen if I lend it to her. She'll disappear, and I'll never see the IBN 5100 again. No borrowing either. You can come over to our lab if you want to see it, but no touching. The address is Chiyodaku Sotokanda 3-6 Ohiyam Building 2F. I add the lab's address and send the mail. No more replies come. Sorry for the wait, Christina. I look up and see Kurisu drinking the Dr. P. Oh, you're a fan of the doc, I see.
I've lived 7 years at its birthplace, after all.
Excellent. We'll make great drinking buddies.
I'm a minor.
That's not what I meant. I meant Dr. P drinking buddies.
Is that all you drink?
Cursu shrugs her shoulders and takes another swig, signaling me to talk. And so, I explain how Daru and I hacked into CERN, and how they've already had the LHC in operation for 9 years, and how they've successfully created mini black holes, and how it looks like they're researching time travel, and also how they haven't disclosed any of that to the world. Cursu's expression grows more and more intense as she listens to the story.
CERN certainly is acting strange, but how's the IBN 5100 involved?
CERN's database uses an IBN 5100.
So?
The only way to decrypt that database is to use an IBN 5100 of our own.
How do you know that?
I have my sources. I don't drop Teeter's name. I have no doubt this genius girl would laugh if I did. Cursu puts a finger to her lip, deep in thought.
Setting the IBN 5100 and such aside, I want to see proof that CERN's really doing that sort of research.
True, we didn't get any definite proof of CERN's time travel research last time we hacked them. Daru, will it take much longer to find the server admin's account? Actually, I was just thinking about doing that. It shouldn't take more than half a day, I guess. There you go.
I'll wait until then.
You'll wait? It's already getting dark. Why don't I go home for tonight and come back tomorrow morning?
No thanks, I'll wait. I want to know as soon as possible, even if it's just a microsecond sooner.
That's the spirit. You're already fascinated by the conspiracy. You can't help but want to know what lies at the heart of CERN.
If what you guys are saying is true, then this isn't something to joke about. CERN is the world's top research institution. If they're doing secret experiments without publishing their results, they're making fools of scientists the world over. That's only if it's true, though.
She finishes by emphasizing that point again. Doesn't look like she believes us. Anyway, Daru, I'll leave it to you. According to Daru's research, the IBN 5100 weighs 25 kilos. From now, we'll have to leave it on the shelf in the development room. We carry the cardboard box to the room, half dragging it. Kurisu follows.
Can you show me the phone wave?
Indeed I can. Want to experiment?
You haven't been able to send another email to the past yet, right? Do you know why?
I can only shake my head.
Let's run some tests.
Kurisu looks around the development room.
Man, you have a ton of junk.
It's not junk. Since you're new to the Future Gadget Laboratory, I'll explain. These are the glorious fruits of our science, the Future Gadgets. Future Gadget number 1 through 7 are stored here. The phone wave, with which you are already familiar, is Gadget number 8.
Future Gadgets, huh?
Kurisu casually picks Future Gadget number 4, Mode Snake, up from the shelf and stares at it.
Hey, isn't this a weapon?
Future Gadget number 4, Mode Snake, designed after a Claymore landmine, is an instant humidifier.
How confusing.
Insert water and turn the power on, and in mere seconds it generates a thick cloud of steam.
So it's junk. I thought so.
Kurisu sighs and returns Mode Snake to the shelf.
I'm borrowing this.
Without waiting for a reply, she grabs Daru's never-worn lab coat from the shelf and puts it on gallantly. Whoa!
It's just not right without a lab coat.
Overcome with emotion, I seize Kurisu's hand and grasp it firmly.
Hey!
Assistant! You get it, don't you?
Get what? Let go!
If you're gonna do science, you need a lab coat, right? I told Daru over and over, but he wouldn't wear one. But my assistant is different. She put it on before I even said anything. I knew you were meant for this, Christina. You're the best assistant a mad scientist could ask for.
I don't know if that's supposed to be a compliment, but it's coming off as an insult. Now let go.
She shakes off my hand and turns her back to me. I'm giving you that lab coat to commemorate your joining the lab. Don't worry, it's never been worn.
Or maybe this fateful encounter between you and that lab coat was decided by destiny long ago. Daru not wearing it was just another inevitability. This is the choice of STEINS. Shut up so we can start the experiment.
Alright, well I think that is a pretty good place to cut it. We are starting to get a little bit more of the, well, I suppose we didn't really actually get any lore or context, we just, actually got the IBN 5100. So now we can start digging into CERN's dirty secrets. More than we already have. But yeah, that's a pretty good place to cut it. So thank you all so much for following my playthrough of Steins Gate, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.